So, hello everybody watching this, listening to this now or in the future, and in the so far future of like 100 years from now when we don't even have a body anymore. so, my name is Lorena Vlasin. I'm a certified facilitator of access consciousness and talk to the entities. And we will talk, the subject of the day is stepping into the magic you in the Arab world. Cause for no reason. And I'm really wondering, okay, let's do this from the beginning. What did it take for all of you right now to acknowledge the magic, amazing being that you are? No matter of where you were born, or and I mean country, family, body, or whatever else. And if you're not familiar with access consciousness, and maybe it's the first time when you are in an access class, even free class, um, what access consciousness is this really box of tools that just change your life if you start to use them, and they change your life in ways that you didn't even thought was possible before. And it's really changing the impossible to I am possible. And we also have, because we will do some clearings also, we have this clearing statement that sounds like right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what it really does is to undo all the shitty stuff that you have around things. So, everything that does not allow you to acknowledge the gift that being born in an Arab country is. Will you please destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poco, nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And for those of you who are live, participating live in the class, it would be great to have your questions, if you have any. And actually, like, talking about this, like being born in Arab countries and what you are allowed to do and what you are not allowed to do. What if you can still be you, no matter of what, no matter of your shape, no matter of your age, no matter if you are in a male or female body? And it's really like, what if you could see yourself more than, okay, whatever you've decided that you are, but what if you could see yourself from the eyes of somebody who totally adores you, or maybe to see yourself from the eyes of planet Earth? And I had recently an SOP session on Earth Day that was actually on Earth topic. And yeah, like, what if you could look, we were really exploring this energy of like, what if you are so much more than you think, part of this planet and of like planet Earth? And when you walk on this planet, no matter where you are, you just walk with the planet. Like, the planet also moves with you. It's not just you moving. And also, when the planet moves, it also takes you into its rotation. It's not like you are ever alone. And yeah, like, explore this energy of like, hey, you are really part of this planet, like really part of this planet, and this planet, it's really part of you, and you are never alone. Like, if you are living on planet Earth, I hope you do, otherwise we have some aliens on this call. You'll never be alone. planet Earth will always have your back. And talking about consciousness, consciousness will will also have your back. And one of the topics that I started to explore after getting into Access was really like, okay, consciousness has my back. And at the beginning, I was like, does really consciousness has my back? And then I started asking, so how does that look like? Like, how does consciousness having my back looks like? And then, yeah, I saw it in so many ways. And that's the magic of Access, like just asking a question and this whole new world of possibilities is shown up to you and is like, oh, really? Wow. um and yeah, if you truly trusted you as an infinite being, not as, okay, so all the definitions of yourself, all of you watching this, like, yeah, whatever you define yourself as, and all the diminishments of you, will you please destroy and uncreate them all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poco, nine shorts, boys and beyonds, and also all the judgments that you have of you. Something that I always keep like insisting on in foundation class. It's really for those 4 days to, okay, start the class, and when we start the class, it's the first thing that I'm doing. It's like, okay, so all of you, can you latch all the judgment of yourself somewhere else and not here, and really like put it in a trash bin and never ever take it again? And yeah, it's like, then you get present with actually how much you are judging everything. And if you also ask some several questions like, okay, who does this belongs to, you just magically realize that more than half of that judgment, it's not even yours, and you bought it from somebody else. um and yeah, like, if you, am I talking so fast? Because it seems so. Iman,
You're
just,
good. No worries.
you're kind of frozen, but that's fine. So if you are the infinite being that you truly are, what would you choose to create today? And if you'd really function each and every second from the space of infinite being, like, okay, cool. Uh, if you really, really, really function from, okay, infinite being, when I'm going to the supermarket, I'm an infinite being. When I'm talking to my kids, I'm an infinite being. When I'm having a fight with my husband, infinite being. And when you get to that space of like, oh, I'm an infinite being, not a human, normal, average, and real, then it really starts changing. Yeah. Um and I guess that's the magic tool of stepping into the magic you. It's like acknowledging and recognizing that you are an infinite being. And how to acknowledge that, if you're wondering, you have to let go of all the judgments that you have of you. And there was this awesome meme from Dr. Dean here, saying the only thing missing between you and changing the world is the acknowledgement of your brilliance, your magic, and your capacity to do so. And just Oh my God, how beautiful that is. And like, even seeing more on this, like, you just have to be. You just have to be you. It's not so much about doing as it is of being something. I mean, not being something, being you and being the infinite being you. Yeah. So everything, all of this brought up, and all the judgment that you still have of you, and all the diminishment of you. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, but vocal, nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Cool. Do we have questions? Would somebody like to ask something?
Rina,
Yeah.
could you please talk with us about what talking to entities, especially talking to entities, will offering to us?
So you're really getting to the subject now. So okay, so where does okay, let me go there. So we actually have talked to the entities in Cairo. I mean, we have a lot of classes in Cairo. And I'm wondering, Rania, what actually talk to the entities opened up for you. But I like to say something. We already had a talk to the entities class. It was the first talk to the entities class in Egypt, just 1 month ago. And something that was very inspiring for me is to see all these Arabic people, quote unquote, uh, really choosing such a different space in the Talk to the Entities class. And if you don't know what Talk to the Entities is, it's okay, talk to the entities, but it's not just about ghosts, spirits, and all of that stuff. It's really stepping into the being, knowing, perceiving, and receiving. And like, we had the intro class and the beginning class, and all the people that I saw there were just like from whatever they were before getting into the class. They really stepped into like, oh, I'm actually aware, I'm actually perceiving so much. And yeah, I don't even know how to put into words all of it, but it was like this big acknowledgement of each one of them of, oh, so all the weird stuff that was going on in my life before, I know what it is, and I know that I'm greater than it, and I know that nothing and nobody has power over me. And yeah, that just melted me. And now how was that for you, Rania?
Okay, I can speak all the day about what talking to entities, especially give it to me. For me, I had a lot of pains. Doctors cannot even know what is the cause of that. With talking to entities, all this is gone. All this is melting down. This is in my physical pain. I know what the meaning of receiving. Just relax and receiving, because this is was such a confusing to me. What's the meaning of receiving?
And actually, that you brought up, now that you brought up receiving, it's like, okay, step number two for stepping into the magic you in the Arab world, and not just in the Arab world, but wherever you are located or born on planet Earth or outside of planet Earth. It's okay. So first was acknowledging, no, first was kind of letting go of the judgment of you. Second was acknowledging the infinite being that you are. Third is receiving, like receiving you as the infinite being that you are, that can have infinite possibilities in their life. And it's like, even for me, for a long time, because kind of we all have our own culture, and with the culture, the culture also comes with the points of view of the country and the culture. And when you are living in some country, somehow there are these main points of view about lots of stuff and how things can happen and how things are possible. And yes, also in Romania, we have a lot of points of view about how stuff can happen and how it will happen. And when I started doing Access, and I was like going through all of those points of view and all the points of view, uh, and I've heard about receiving, and I started to play with receiving, and I started to receive. It was like, oh, you cannot, like, as you have less points of view, as you can like, if you have less points of view, so you can receive more. And especially those points of view about how stuff can show up and how stuff will manifest and all of that. It's like, oh, and like all of you here, will you please let go of everything that does not allow you to receive? And what if you could ask the universe, so hey universe, can you show me what receiving is? And of course, it never shows up the way you think it will. So be willing to receive even the things that you don't know how to receive, or that you decided it's not what you've asked for. Would you have to add something to that, Rania?
Dear, if I will add something, maybe we will setting the Zoom link for 3 to 4 hours, something like that. Yes, this receiving point, for me it was like a shifting point, because it's a very annoying point, because from the day one I take access bars class, I don't know what the meaning of receiving. I believe that it's huge. It's a huge transforming to know what the meaning of just relax and receiving.
Yeah.
And on the financial level, no, after the class, really money comes from everywhere, anywhere, in any amount, gifts, gratitude. Really, in financial state, my financial state totally transformed. I'm so grateful for that. On relationship, yes, I believe that I had maybe 5 years or 6 years, something like that. I didn't go in a relationship for a long time and for real. But I believe after talking to entities, no, a lot of men showing in my life, they offering me to marry. Now I'm just thinking, I just asking what else is possible. I feel myself very, very precious. I feel myself valuable. And I just asking, who's the man who I will gift into him, my body, and I will receiving from him his body. And this is for me, it was a huge and transforming point. Really.
So the no conclusion, if you want to get married, get go to talk to the entities. Yeah. Okay.
And yes, I believe that talking to entities, melting a lot of points of view, melting a lot of judgments, a lot of blockages in my body, in my word. That's why I'm so grateful. I'm so excited that you will come again. I will attend talking to entities again and again and again. And really, how does it get any better and greater than that?
Thank you, Rania.
Thank you, dear. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like so much is going on energetically in classes and in the world, and with all the classes that are going on in the world. And if you just listen to the whispers of all the conscious elements on this planet, what would that open up for you? And I would like to share something. So after I came back from Egypt, I got used to like having a swimming pool on the rooftop and having dinner and whatever, like having food there until like 1 a.m. or anytime I wanted it. And then I came to Romania, and we are we are kind of getting out of lockdown now, at least in my city. And but when I arrived, everything was closing at 8. And like I arrived that day and I was going for dinner and I had a class that was finishing at 7. And when I got outside, it was like so sunny and still not dark. And I thought, oh, it's just maybe 6 o'clock. And I went to head to have dinner, and I got there and I was waiting for the menu and nobody was coming. So I got inside and I was like, what's going on? And they were like, oh, we are closing in 30 minutes. And I was like, no, in my reality, I can have food whenever I want. I can have a chef whenever I want. And this is not the thing you should get out of it, but it's like wherever you are on planet Earth right now, even if something it's not possible, especially because restrictions or whatever, somewhere else in the world that may be possible. And even extrapolating this, it's like, what do you know that it's possible that in the reality of the people around you, or in your city, or in your country, or even on your continent, they do not think it's possible, and it's like not it's not a reality there at all. But maybe on the other side of the planet, that it's possible, and that is like a living reality. And yeah, that's really like, what if you'd trust your awareness and what you are aware of? And actually, what do you know it's possible that you didn't allow yourself to really know that it's possible? And it's not just something in your head and something that you are dreaming of, but it's really something that it will actualize at some point. That's, I guess that's my invitation for all of you. Like, what do you know it's possible that maybe it's just you in your city that that is perceiving that? And what if you could trust it anyhow? What if you don't need any kind of validation? And also, like, wherever you are looking for validation, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, boy, poco, nine shorts, boys and beyond. And what if it only takes you to trust you and your knowing, and just to open up to receiving? Yeah. And as Rania was mentioning, I'm coming again to Egypt and online. So we will have money, business, relationship class there, and online access bars class, uh, just in Cairo, because there's this new um regulation of access that if you want to take access bars online, it will not count as a prerequisite for foundation or any other class that requires bars class. So you will just learn the bars, but you will not be an official access bars practitioner, or you'll not be able to take foundation class. So come in person to Cairo. And then we have foundation class, and then we have talk to the entities class. Um, that will also be in Cairo and online. And I guess I should tell you the date for all of those. So the VVV money business relationship, it's on 11th of June. It's an evening class. Then the bars class on the 12th of June. Then the foundation class from 13 to 16 of June. And then the talk to the entities class from 18 to 20. So if that is something that you are looking for, just write me or contact Iman or contact Jihan or Rania, or somebody. Tell somebody, okay, I want to go to Lorena's classes. Can you help me?
Lorena, we have question here in
Yeah,
Arabic.
we have. Yeah, I was going to.
Yes. سمر انت بتسالي عن سعر الكلاس وده ادفانس ولا لا؟ ده المقدمه البيجننج، وسعره للمصريين، هو كل بلد ليه الديسكاونت بتاعها، بس مصر ليها 65%، سعره 15000 جنيه بالشامل المقدمه. وهو ده للبيجننج، للمبتدئين، البدايه يعني. Asking about the price of class, and or this is a beginners or advanced class, and just
Yeah.
I told.
So the price for it's for top three entities, right? The question is about the talk to the entities class, right?
انت بتسالي عن talking to entities class يا سمر؟
Yeah. So there's the intro class, which is the 2-hour evening class. That if you're living in Egypt, that is, which is Egypt is 65% country. The price is 900 Egyptian pounds. And taking the whole class, the also 2 days, like Saturday and Sunday, it will be, plus the evening class, that is 15,000 Egyptian pounds.
And Lorena advanced class 2، والادفانس كلاس يا جماعه مش محتاج access bars قبله، ممكن اي حد يحضره.
So the advanced class is the class that only Shannon does. And beginning, somehow the advanced class is after the beginning class. Even if it's called beginning class, it's not such a beginning class. It's more like an advanced specialty class of access. So yeah, and beginning class is a prerequisite for going into advanced class that only Shannon does. And the access bars class is a prerequisite to get into the full 2.5 days of talk to the entities.
They ask about how much the class of business, relationship and money.
So the business, money, and relationship class, can I tell the price in dollars? Because I have no idea how. Okay, 1 second.
$900, Lorena.
90. Wait a second. So it's 1,600 Egyptian pounds. That's like $100.
Business $100.
Yeah. Any other questions about prices? Any other questions about stepping into the magic cube? And we have a really beautiful venue in Egypt. It will be the Kempinski Nile Garden Hotel. So it's next to the Nile. And we have the swimming pool on the rooftop. And it's just beautiful.
Lorena, someone asked about the foundation.
So, what would you like to know about the foundation class?
I
Hi.
think you can take foundation class after bars instruction online. It cannot, I don't know. You have the question? Did you read it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Iman who
I'm
actually
not
wrote
asking. I'm saying.
it. Yeah, cool. Okay. Something else, everybody? Was this just a quickie to introduce to introduce you? Anybody? Anything? Cool. So, see you some next time. If you require anything, contact me, Iman, Jahan, or Rania. And hope to see you soon in a body or somewhere online. And thanks, everybody. And remember, let go of all the judgments of you, acknowledge the infinite being that you are, and start receiving the infinite being that you are and what comes in a package with it, like all those infinite possibilities and all that is joy and glory and all that instant actualization and more. Thanks and see you soon. And thank you for translating, Iman. Bye, everybody. You will get a
Thank you so
recording
much.
Thank you, Lorena. Thank you,
Skype
man.
or online.
Everybody.